Hello again. Today I'm going to show you how to make something move inside a house. So go to rectangle tool, set as a wall. You want to make a window, go to the circle tool, make sure the region and outline is there. Make the circle. Now go to the circle outline, change the blend method to onto, and the circle region, change the blend method to alpha over, and you get a window here. Now you want a back wall, go back to rectangle tool, change the color. Okay. So that's a back wall, but back wall is in the front now, so you have to change it to the back. Yeah, now see the hole is still there. So what you have to do is group the original wall, group it. Okay, so that's in the group. That the window is in the group, only on the green wall. This is the back wall. And now let's see how to make something move between the two walls, the green and the red. So I made another window and an object, a star, which is going to move behind the green wall but in front of the red wall. Okay, now if you go to this Z depth, you can see for the rectangle, which is the red one, it is 0. For the group, which is the green wall, window, everything, that's 0. And the star is 0 too. So now 0 means they are all on the same plane, on the screen. When you put Z depth 1, is going one step behind, despite the order here. And 2 means 2 steps behind, and so on. I don't know how many steps are there. Okay, so what we do is we keep the group Z depth 0 and make the star Z depth 1. That is gone behind the green wall, and the rectangle, which is the red back wall, to Z depth 2. Okay, now hopefully the star is behind the green wall but in front of the red wall. Let's see if it works. Yeah, there it is. Now all you had to do is animate. So red man, set up a keyframe for 0 seconds, about 3 seconds. Say the star is going from there to there, and the changing color, yellow. Okay, let's see what happens. Yeah, it's going behind the wall and changing color. If you want to make the size big, reshape the star. And now what happens? That is everything happening behind. You notice that there is a gradual change of color and the shape of the star between here and here. If you don't want the gradual change, what you do is set up a keyframe in between. So the star remains blue and that size until there, and then after that it changes to whatever you want. Then all you have to do is set up the scene. What I did was I made a forest, haunted house, put a sign, and then rearrange it and get the sizes right, and I get this. Then all you have to do is put the windows, which I already explained to you how. So make holes there, wherever you want. And there it is. You see, for the background wall, remember the red wall we put? Here what I did was I put a black and white noise gradient wall at the back here to make it more realistic for a haunted house. Oh, by the way, this blob is our ghost. He's the one who is going to enter this house and terrify us. So let's make the ghost. Here's one I made earlier. Ghost is group. If you open the group, see there's a face and a body, and if you open the face, the nose, eye, and well, two eyes, they are in the face group. But if you see the face group and check the blend method, it's onto. That means it can appear only onto the ghost, which is the body. That is, let's see. So if you try to move the face, see, it's disappearing. But it gives an illusion of turning, isn't it? Turning around, see? Turning. Yeah, that's what we are going to use for the rest of the animation. First, the ghost is going from here near the door. Straightforward. Put whatever time you want from there to there, and then reduce the size. And there it is. Now, there are two ways of making the ghost go inside the house. One, see, it's on Z depth 0, the same plane as the house. So put a keyframe there and make the Z depth to 1. So it'll go behind. You can move around behind the wall, but in front of the back wall. What I did was, instead of using that ghost to go behind, see, I made another ghost, same size, right behind that. So when this ghost, the first one, goes right behind it and the same size, put a keyframe there and make the opacity 0 for the first one. Now you see the second one, and then move the second one around. And don't worry about that Z depth 2 there. The screen is stuck onto another frame. So just listen to what I am saying, and then you'll be all right. This is going to be the final product. The ghost is going to go inside by the front door and then move around in the house. You can see it through the window, and it'll change the color and shapes and sizes, and eventually it'll come out of that window. But you will notice there's something happening when it comes out of this window, and I'll explain to you why is it. Yeah. Here, when it came out, there was another ghost going from down here and joining it. What really happened was, to make the ghost go inside the house, see, I made two ghosts, 1 and 2. So the one is the one, it was big and going small, and then when it came to the door, I put the 2 behind it, exactly the same shape and size, and made the opacity of ghost 1 0. So now you can see ghost 2, which is behind. So that is going to move around and come out of that window. But that's got the wrong Z depth because it's going to be behind the wall. I brought the ghost 1 back there and changed the opacity to 1 and the opacity of ghost 2 to 0, and then brought it down. What I didn't do was, I didn't put a keyframe for ghost 1 when it came there. So that's why it was opacity 0 here and opacity 1 there, and it was gradually showing up. So to avoid that, say if the changeover is here, somewhere there, put a keyframe there with opacity 0 and move teeny bit and make the opacity 1. Then you won't see that ghost gradually appearing. And just one more thing, you might have noticed the breaking up movement of the ghost. If you want to make it more smoother, just increase this number to whatever you want. And if you keep this chain linked, it will have the same proportion. This is a widescreen version. If you break the chain, then you can any proportion you want. And that's about it. Thanks for watching. Hope it was useful, and please subscribe. Thank you.